What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode.
Today we're going to be filming a little, it's not a fishing episode for you guys today, but it's actually a best memories of 2019 vid here for you guys.
So we're gonna start with you. You want to give a little rundown of your favorite
To start
memory?
off, we want to thank everyone for all your support this year.
Yes.
You guys really helped us out. We didn't start too long ago. How long did we start? Maybe
February 4th.
February 4th. And what are we at for subs now?
1.74. Okay.
1.74, guys. Thanks for, just want to say a big thanks for all of our subscribers out there.
All of our sponsors as well. Thank you, guys. We wouldn't have been able to continue this journey without any of you guys, so we really appreciate it.
We had a couple really good trips this year, and I think we had some great memories. So to start off, I'm going to be sharing my favorite memory this year. So it actually wasn't too long ago. I'd have to say, what, 2 weeks ago? I think it was
2 or 3 weeks ago.
2 or 3 weeks ago, we actually went up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. The TV was just putting glare in our.
Still going, buddy.
Just turn that off.
There she goes. All right. We're good.
Maybe I should take off my jacket for this. Like I was saying, guys, we had some really memorable times this year, and we had some great experiences and some great sponsors that helped us support all of our trips this year. So, getting started.
2 weeks ago.
2.5 weeks ago.
2.5 weeks ago.
2.5 weeks ago. I would have to say my most memorable trip had to be my Green Bay ice fishing experience. I went up to Green Bay with my cousin Mac 2.5 weeks ago, and it was really a last minute scenario. I got a text from my cousin Mac that they were hammering the perch up there, and so we were like, we got to get on this bite. And if you guys fish the bay at all, the fish come in waves, so when they're biting, you gotta go, you gotta fish them the next day. So we fished, I called Tony at work actually.
Yeah.
And I was like, Tony, you're gonna have to take work off tomorrow. We're going to Green Bay tonight. So we headed up to Green Bay that night, and we didn't get into Green Bay till probably
11:30,
12 in the 12 o'clock. And big thanks to Mac. We stayed overnight at his house. But moral of the story, went up to Green Bay, and we hammered the perch pretty good, as you guys saw in the last video with the dinner bells. But that day I got my PB perch and my PB pike all in the same day, which was a great experience. So my favorite catch out of that day would have to be the pike catch. Here's a clip of it right here. And I mean, to start off with, that pike catch was insane.
That was pretty nuts.
I don't know if you guys know, but in Wisconsin we get a lot of snakes around here.
And by snakes he means like 20-inch things that are like this skinny.
Yeah. Some of you guys might laugh, but before that my PB pike was actually 30 inches, which is pretty small for you guys and whoever lives in Canada or northern Minnesota. But for Wisconsin, I mean, it's a decent pike. I've caught hundreds of pike in my lifetime, and you don't find a lot of pike over 30 inches in Wisconsin, that's for sure. Unless you're fishing, of course, the Bay or Lake Michigan, but those pike are really hard to find. So, I mean, that pike, when I initially went over to the rod and that drag was screaming, at first there wasn't much to it. It was just dead weight, and I felt like I was reeling in a 20-pound bowling ball, and that thing just, I fought it on a 26-inch light rod, and I couldn't even use words to explain the fight. I mean, every time it got up to the hole, it made like a 25-30 yard run. It was insane. I pulled it out, biggest fish I've ever landed before. I think that might even be, no, my muskie was bigger than that, but biggest pike I've ever landed before. And I also got my biggest PB perch there. That was a jumbo.
13.5 inches.
Yeah, 13.5 inches. I know that is a big jumbo perch, especially for Wisconsin. So
What pound line were you using, buddy, for that pike?
6 pound test.
6 pound test.
6 pound test for pike.
And you want to see the teeth on this?
Alrighty guys, I'm back. So, a cool thing that well, first off, the pike that I hooked actually was pretty badly hooked. I don't know if you guys, there was a second hook kind of down in its gullet a bit. So the pike wasn't gonna live, so we ended up taking it for food because we didn't want to waste it. But I baked the head down and got the temperature up to about 450 degrees in the oven because we originally were gonna get it taxidermied. And I mean, guys, I took the jaws out of this pike and look at how big.
Look at the chompers on this thing.
Look at the chompers on that thing.
There you go.
Look at that. Just massive. I mean, if you found this in the wild, you would think this is a freaking coyote jaw right here.
Yeah.
The teeth on this thing, I mean, it got me pretty bad in the video. You could see.
Oh, it shredded my entire hand.
Both of our hands were all bloody after that day. That was a great experience. Fish of a lifetime right there. And one thing that we noticed was the bottoms of the fish were actually, of all the pike we caught that day, I think we caught, what, 6 or 7 pike that day. The bottoms of all the fish that day, we could tell like the fins were real scraped up and kind of under their jaw was real scraped up. So we knew those fish were feeding on the bottom. So when we cut them open to fillet them, what did we find in them, Tony?
Frogs.
Frogs.
Like legit jumbo, like leopard frogs.
Ice fishing, and we caught pike with frogs in their stomachs.
Yeah, that was kind of nuts.
That was definitely a first for me. But these pike were actually in. The reason why we were catching them so shallow in this bay is because they were digging up the frogs in the mud in this bay, and they were eating the frogs. And the 13.5-inch perch that I caught that day, believe it or not,
had
also
two frogs in it.
2 like full-size frogs in them.
I mean, that's insane.
Which is crazy. So that was my most memorable moment of 2019, and I'm sure Tony has some good ones too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with my 26 pounds king salmon, I believe.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was after we bled it out, so it might have lost a few ounces of blood, but so 26 pounds. We what was this, like our 12th day of salmon fishing in a row. This was during the summer, and we didn't catch anything. We were
about to give up.
I already kind of gave up.
Yeah.
And so we just went out there because it's summer and we wanted to fish, so we continued to go out there. And here we are on day number 12 and hour number like 75. Literally, we were out there every day, and we wouldn't get any bites or anything. So we went to a new spot, and we showed up, and there was about 5 other people lined up to our right. So we had a feeling there's probably fish there, and so people were catching them. I think I saw 1 or 2 fish get caught before we started catching ours. We pulled up, we caught 6 salmon that day, and one of them was mine, PB for me, 26 pounds. I'll pop up some clips of that right now. But the main reason this was my biggest, or my favorite memory, I should say, from 2019 would be the grind it took just to get it, I mean, we literally went that many hours with no fish, like no fish. So we were kind of tempted to just quit salmon fishing for the season and just move on. And we kept grinding her out. And what's funny is that day, after we caught like 1 or 2, and then once we got to the 3rd one, nobody else was catching them.
Yeah.
Nobody else caught any fish.
Yeah.
That was around us. And there's probably like 20 anglers total, because there was another railing across the way. And so nobody was catching anything, and here we are just racking them up, making making it look like we've been catching salmon, for the past week, just every day. And everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, what are you guys using and stuff?" So we told them, kinda, and they thought we were like big. So
yeah, that was a pretty crazy day. I mean, that morning bite was insane.
Oh yeah. And then I have to say one other, on top of that, we went back 2 2 or 3 weeks later with our buddy Louie, who came up.
Shout out to Louie.
Yeah.
We'll leave his Instagram down below. Also, shout out to Jake. He was our net man in the video.
Yeah, for every fish. We wouldn't have landed anything.
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out to you, bro. But back to Louie. He came up from Chicago, or no, central Illinois, I believe, somewhere in there. It was like a 3.5 hour drive. But that's besides the point. So he came up. But this was prior to him getting there. We showed up 5:30, 5:45.
Yeah.
And it's dark out, right? It's almost pitch black. Sun's barely coming over the lake. And
I'm in the car. I'm just getting my stuff ready.
Yeah.
And
he's not even rigged up. I'm already rigged up. I rigged up the night before. He had a hockey game or something, so he wasn't able to rig up the night before. So I had all my stuff ready. Grabbed my rod. Aiden's like, "Wait for me, bro." I'm like, "Nah." I was like, I'm going. So I'm halfway. There's a hill, right? You'll see this clip right now. There's a hill, and there's a railing, and off that railing there's like a channel where we were casting. So I launched a cast like 100 yards out from the hill, and I'm, just kind of I launched out there, no specific direction or anything, and I just cast it out there, let my bail open, was turning around talking to Aiden, not even paying attention. And as it's falling, my line just starts ripping. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm like, down in the water column and the current's taking it or something. So I flipped open my bail. My rod goes like this. So I'm like, what the hell? So I set the hook real hard. And I'm still on the hill. I'm still like not even paying attention. And my rod just starts buzzing peeling drag.
And I'm still getting stuff out of the car, and I hear, Aiden! Aiden! And I'm like, what are you yelling about, Tony? It is 5 in the morning.
I'm like, yo, I got a fish. He's like, no, you don't, dude.
I didn't believe this dude. He had a fish on the first cast.
And my drag was literally ripping. I don't know, the fish, just waking up. It was dogging me. It took me like 200 yards out. And Aiden's like, dude, no, you don't. And I'm like, I'm about to lose all my line, dude. Hurry up.
Oh, baby.
And so I'm playing.
Not even up yet.
You'll see that right now. But yeah, that was nuts. That's the first time I've ever pulled up and caught a 20 pound female king salmon.
No way.
First cast.
That was definitely
as it was dark outside.
Insane day.
That was nuts. And we caught 12 kings that day.
Oh yeah.
After Louie got there, we landed like 7.
What makes it so special is how hard we were grinding before that. That just shows you guys never give up, no matter how hard you try.
Oh yeah, you'll grind for hours for these fish, and you won't get anything. And then there's days where you go out there and you're doing the same thing you were yesterday, where you caught nothing, and you catch 10 of them. It's just that's fishing.
Yep.
You're never gonna go out there knowing that you're gonna catch a 25 pound salmon at 10:27. Okay, you're never gonna go out there and know that you're gonna catch a fish. You're just gonna go out there for hours and hours and hours, and eventually it'll happen.
It also proves early bird gets the worm, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, we were the first ones out there.
Louie got there a little late that day.
A little late. That dude got there at like 11:30.
Yeah.
We were out at lunch, and he's like, "Oh guys, I'm just pulling up." I'm like, "Okay, well, I'm at lunch." So
we had to go get another cooler, I believe.
Yeah.
Because we had so many fish.
Yeah, and we weren't planning on keeping so many fish, but we basically, if you guys don't know, that time of year, when you get a female fish, you want to take out the skein, and so that's what we had to do. And in order to take out the skein, you have to bleed the fish out and kill it.
Of course, they're loose, but we were fishing so early in the season. A lot of these fish were still very silver. The one Tony caught was nuts. You couldn't tell the difference between that fish he caught and a fish you would catch in the middle of July, perhaps. So.
Oh yeah, that fish that was in there that day. Like the day I caught that is like the day it came in, if not the day before.
Yeah.
Sure. That thing was so fresh, and that thing took me into the other harbor.
Yeah.
I don't know how on 10-pound test too.
Yeah.
10-pound test.
Guys, if you want to catch salmon, use light tackle. A lot of guys don't want to use light tackle. They think they're going to get broken off.
That's the worst thing you can do.
Have your drag set, have a good rod and a good reel, and just use light test, and you will slay them. I'm telling you, do not use the braid. Do not use anything above 14-pound test for these salmon or trout, they will not bite.
Yeah, everybody thinks that just because these fish weigh upright of 40 pounds, they can get that big in Lake Michigan. But the average like 30 pounders or the high 20s, they think that they have to use 40-pound braid with a 25-pound mono or fluoro leader. That's just not. You don't have to do that, and you won't get bit if you do that. So I don't recommend doing that. But like Aiden said, anything below 14 mono or fluoro. I mean, you can use braid as a main line, but never use straight braid or anything like that. You will not catch fish. You just won't.
Alright guys, well that's gonna wrap up our video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We had a blast 2019, and I'm sure the 2020 here to come
is going to be absolutely insane.
Yes.
We have a lot of stuff in store between us two as a group and just our channel in general. It's gonna go places. We're hoping. The Instagram's growing as well, so that's good.
Yeah, make sure you guys, if you haven't already, make sure to give us a follow on our Instagram. We post a lot of content on there, a lot of tips, techniques, and
just our everyday. Like if you want to, we're
if
stupid.
you want to see who we are,
yeah, we're stupid.
Yeah.
We're funny, So
yep.
And now our videos we do take somewhat seriously because we know you guys enjoyed watching them, and I have other viewers that are of younger age that don't need to be seeing negative influences. So if you guys want to hop on our Instagram, go check it out. It's pretty funny. I'll leave it right down here somewhere. Just our stories in general. So like we said, we really appreciate the view. We appreciate everybody who's been supporting us since day one. This is 1 year of many.
A little hint what's coming up. We are actually gonna be, it's our first time competing in the Wisconsin State High School Fishing Tournament.
Yes.
So this coming, what is it?
February 14th, Valentine's Day, and the 15th, we're going to be competing for our high school. I talked to our athletic director, and he said, go ahead. So I'm putting a team together, and that's going to be an exciting series. We're probably going to make that into a two or three day video, or a video series, I should say, and that is going to be the best series we filmed on this channel by far. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be sick. And then actually the following weekend we're going to be competing in Battle on Bago. For those of you that don't know what that is, it is a nation-known tournament in Wisconsin on Lake Winnebago. It's in central Wisconsin, about 2 hours north of here in Milwaukee. So yeah, we're going to be competing in that as well. There are a lot of people that go to that.
Yes. So if you guys are if you guys happen to be in the area at all, shoot us a DM and we'll meet up with you guys there.
Yeah. If you guys want to meet up, or
if you guys want to fish, do whatever. I mean,
we're gonna have food, so we're probably gonna be cooking up.
Yeah. Leave a comment down below if you guys are also gonna be meeting us at the state tournament.
Battle on Bago, yep, or state tournament.
State tournament. Yeah.
You guys can send me an email if you guys don't have Instagram. Send an email to our email down below, or send us a DM on Instagram. That'll work as well. We do our best to respond as quickly as possible. So that's gonna wrap up this video now completely. So like I said, I appreciate the view. I appreciate you guys staying tuned. Make sure you guys go click the like button down below. Hit that red button and the gray bell next to it so you guys don't miss when we post some epic bangers coming out soon. With that being said, we'll catch you on the next episode of Wisconsin Anglers. Peace out.
Peace out. Another little thing, me and Tony just picked up a new Vex. I just picked up a new Aquaview. Shout out to Aquaview. You guys are great. We should be filming some excellent underwater footage this year.
We got some sick
for you guys.
These ice fishing videos are gonna be solid.
Yes.
For those of you that don't know, new camera. That's what you guys are on right now.
Yep.
New editing software, new computer, MacBook Air. So our video editing and video quality in general, camera angles, everything, audio is going to be on point. So from this point on, so stay tuned for some epic bangers.
Yes. And one more thing to add on to that.
Damn.
Sorry. This 2020 season, we want to be making all you viewers happy. So if you guys have any sort of recommendations, any sort of do this, do that, fix this camera angle, we want you guys to film more of underwater footage,
Put them down below.
please.
Put them down below.
Let us-
Every video.
Let us know.
I respond to all the comments throughout my school day. I don't do much work. So I'm always on my computer. I'm always responding to comments. So if any of you guys want to talk to us in the comments even, don't even got to email us. Just send us something down there. I will be sure to respond to it. Probably within 24 hours of you guys commenting. You guys can go to any video. And yeah.
It should be a great season, man.
It should be a good year. This is going to be a good year for us and
Yes.
for you guys as well. So
Stay tuned for more giveaways and
yes, 2K subscribers, I will do a giveaway.
it's gonna be a good giveaway. We can't let you guys know what exactly is gonna be in the giveaway, but
Because we don't even know what it is yet.
yes.
But no, it's gonna be big. We're gonna I want to show as much love to you guys as we can. So we're gonna be giving away something not cheap. You know, we're gonna invest some money, and we appreciate all of you guys that stay tuned, watch our videos on a regular basis. So yeah,
That's gonna wrap it up for today.
that's officially wrapping up after the 17th time.
Yep.
Catch you guys on the next episode of Wisconsin Anglers. Peace out. Braxy. That'll be good.
You should say, stay tuned. We might have some rods and merch coming out soon this year. Also.
Well, that's kind of implied in the, we have a lot of stuff coming between us out this year. Right.